8 simple steps to fix ceramic tiles popping up. Popped up ceramic tiles are almost common in every house. Surprisingly, you can troubleshoot these popping up problems by following some easy and practical ways on your own. Here I have discussed the procedure I maintain to fix the issue described above. Follow the discussed steps below. Step 1. Gather necessary tools. This is the primary step of doing anything. You have to gather some essential tools to fix the lifted stoneware plates. First of all, manage a grout remover or a chisel to remove the grouts around the plate. Then collect a tile cutter tool from reforming the brick later. After that, you need to buy a strong and sticky ground adhesive to join the tile with the area. You also have to buy a liquid seam sealer and a bottle of the stone polisher. You may also need the assistance of a sharp blade or a knife to eliminate the adhesive under the lifted brick. Step 2. Remove the grout. The first and foremost task to complete your mission is to remove the grout around the flooring tiles. You don't have to remove all the grouts on the ground. Only extract the grouts of the selected area where the stoneware plate popped up. Firstly, pour a little amount of water on the joints. After a while, the grouts will soak all the water on the ground. Then you have to start eliminating the grouts from the corners of the selected area. You need a sharp blade or knife to execute this task. Start digging from a specific corner of the frame. Work slowly and remove all the grouts around the plate. Step 3. Eliminate adhesives. After removing the grouts around the slate, you need to create a channel to insert a flat pry bar under it. Insert the pry bar under the ceramic plate and cut the adhesives used there. Then lift the popped brick over and keep it aside. Now you need to eliminate all the left adhesive from the area. You may use a bottle of hot water to pour onto the adhesive. This hot water will release the internal bond of the thing and make it easier to remove it. Then use a sharp knife to cut the joints and exterminate the adhesive. Step 4. Reshape the tile. If you have removed all the sticky materials from the ground, your floor is almost prepared to accept a newer or reshaped tile. So at this step, you have to give the popped-up stone plate a unique shape. First of all, bring the brick and keep it in a flat space or a table. Examine the flooring material if there is any uneven section on its surface. Measure the surface accurately. Then use a tile cutter to cut the material till it is even. You can also use a tile file tool to do the job if the situation is almost even. Start rubbing the lower part so that the beauty of the brick exists. Step 5. Apply new adhesive. When you have successfully prepared that specific stoneware plate of your ground, you have to put a strong and sticky set of adhesives on the floor. Use a chisel to remove all the unnecessary elements from the section and apply the newer adhesive there. You must remember to apply the adhesive equally on the ground. The main reason for popping up the stoneware plate is an uneven glue set under the cover. If you don't equally spread the bond, the bowl situation under the surface will lift over after getting air in them. Step 6. Place the tile. You need to wait a moment after applying the glue to the surface. You need to place the reshaped tile on the surface when it turns brown. First of all, hold that specific piece of ceramic plate with both your hands and place a particular side. Maintain equality here also. Then you need to place the other side very carefully on the surface. Try to do this part as quickly as possible, but be cautious and don't break the entire plate. After that, you have to put equal pressure on the plate. Use a flat and heavy material like a hardboard to ensure the even pressure. Step 7. Attach new grout. At this step, you must attach a new grout to the corners of the slate. But you must prepare the same colored grout as before when you remove them. So bring the discharge grout, and prepare the newer one by maintaining the same quality and color. Use a flat chisel to apply the newly prepared bond. This chisel will ensure the equal provision of the thing. Fill every plate corner carefully, and don't leave any space between the tile and the area. The spacer will do a perfect job here. So try to use a spacer at this step. Step 8. Seal and polish. You are almost done with fixing the ceramic tiles popping up the issue. But one thing you must do here is seal and polish the joint of the new plate. Use a tube full of liquid seam sealer to apply it gently. Leave the joint and make sure the sealer is set. Try to dry clean the extra sealer left on the ground. After the ground is sealed correctly, you need to polish it with a stone polisher. Take a soft cloth and pour the polishing liquid on it. Apply the polisher very gently. Remember not to leave any scratches on the floor. After that, leave the ground for a moment and let it dry. The popped-up ceramic tile is fixed. 5 tips that will make it comfortable to fix ceramic tiles popping up. Fixing a ceramic tile popping up issue is not difficult if you follow the techniques mentioned earlier step by step. All you need is the perfect set of instruments to do the job. However, the following tips will make the process even more comfortable and accessible. Just have a look at them. Tip 1. Clean the floor. Before starting to fix the popping up problem of your flooring material, you must clean the floor. I am not suggesting you mop the ground, but you have to get a dry clean to the bottom and ensure no dust or debris. You should clear the unnecessary things from the area. Remove the furniture from the surface if you need to. Tip 2. Use spacer. You can use a spacer tool to place the reshaped ceramic tile on the prepared surface. This tool will help you fill the vacuum places under the plate with a suitable adhesive. In other words, this device will maintain the equality of space in installing the plate. When applying the sealer on the joint, this spacing tool will also ensure the proper sealing. Tip 3. Sharpen the tool. You must remember that you have to work with a sharp cutter while resizing the flooring material. You will not have a smooth surface if you don't use a sharp blade to resize the object. For this reason, use a little amount of sand and water on hardwood and rub the outer part of the blade. This rubbing will increase the sharpness of the tool. Tip 4. File the tile. If you have enough time in your hand, you can file the ceramic tile after cutting it. Filing the stoneware plates increases the fitness of the material. You can use a tile file tool to file it. Just grab the machine and start rubbing the difficult part with the corners of the slate. You will find it easier to place the flooring sheet if the corners are correctly filled. Tip 5. Apply a roller tray. When you apply the liquid seam sealer on the joint of the grouts, you may have an uneven result. In this case, try to bring a roller tray and dampen it into normal water. Let the water rinse and roll the joint part of the ground. This rolling instrument will help the sealer set quickly and save your valuable time.